Bless them all, the long, the short and the tall. Bless all the sergeants and WO1s, bless all the corporates and their blinking sons, 'cause we're saying goodbye to them all. As back to the billets they crawl, you'll get no promotion this side of the ocean. So cheer up lads, bless them all. Hello coin collectors, welcome back to the All Change review. And some of the older viewers will be familiar with that song, Bless Them All. But while I was looking up the lyrics, I did find it was an old RAF song and the lyrics didn't originally start Bless Them All. But I'll leave that with you to check that out. As we move on to the third coin in the 100th anniversary series to mark the First World War, and that's the 2016 coin known officially as the Army, but also known as Shoulder to Shoulder. Now, when I first saw this coin, I actually loved the design, and I can see where they were going with it as well, but the more I actually looked into it, I got a little conflicted. But as we go through the design, I think you'll see what I mean. It was designed by the graphic design agency Uniform, and if that sounds familiar, then well remembered, as they also did the Team GB 50p we looked back a few weeks ago. And Tim Sharp takes the lead again with the design. And their original inspiration for the design were the PALS battalions, and it even says on the Royal Mint website, pay tribute to the spirit of PALS battalions with the poignant £2 coin shoulder to shoulder defending the islands. And don't get me wrong, I think the army and the sacrifice these brave soldiers made for our freedom should always be remembered. But it was the PALS battalion part which made me feel actually a bit sad. For those of you who don't know what they are, when the First World War came up, there was a massive drive to find volunteers. And to help this drive, the idea was put forward that why not make a battalion of pals and friends of people who knew each other from the same area. So you would be fighting with your friends, family members, people you worked with in every day. And therefore, having so many of them, they could actually form their own battalion. And it became an incredibly popular idea. So much so that thousands upon thousands of men signed up. The issue was though, when the battalions went into battle, and the battle we're actually mainly looking at is the devastatingly bloody Battle of the Somme, where nearly whole battalions were killed or injured. The effects back at home were devastating, as communities were losing such a high proportion of their men. And while I know modern warfare is a horrid and bloody business, this seems particularly tragic and is most likely the reason why this practice wasn't continued when the Second World War came around. The other reason that conflicts me with the design is they've gone for this futuristic almost design, which was popular with the artist at the time, Christopher Niverson, and he actually served in the First World War as an ambulance driver. And it was while he was serving, his style seemed to change from this realistic pattern to what was the Italian futurist design. I was actually on the Tape website, and it was pointed out that during the war, his pictures of the soldiers started to actually lose their individual features and became more plain and mechanical, like the machines they were working on, which was a bold statement he was putting forward to paint his fellow comrades in that way. So we have a coin here which was set out to mark the PALS battalion which devastated whole communities, in the style of a painter who painted the men of the war like cogs in a machine. But it's despite these design choices that it's still a coin that needed to be made, like the tribute of the Navy sacrifice on the £2 coin from the year before, and the RAF sacrifice which will be shown on the coin of 2017. It's something we do need to pay tribute to honour those brave soldiers who fought for us. And for that, I do actually like this coin. Not just for the original first impression of the design, but for the fact it actually made me stop and think, and I hope it does to other people too. But let's finish up now with the stats. It's quite a common coin, as there were 9,550,000 minted, so not a rare coin in any way. And if you're looking for one, you should be able to find one in your chain soon. But looking online at the last 5 of these sold, you can see how common they were from the price, as they went for an average of £2.52, which was about what I was expecting. And as we come to the end of today's All Change review, we asked, have you actually found this one yet in your change? And what do you think of the design yourself? Let us know in the comment section below. But until next time, coin collectors, thanks for watching and keep collecting. Bye.